important documents. Sorry. And one more article of association. Another one. More. Tell me, Bacha, what are the important documents that which are issued by a company? One girl said it is article of association. What are the another one? Next one. Next document. Yes, Prisha. Vanchika, what is the next document which a company issues? Vanchika writing a memorandum.
Memorandum.
Okay, that is MOA. And what are the last one? What is the last one? Okay, it is prospectus. Tick. It is prospectus. No, these are the main documents which are issued by a company. Now we will explain one by one this. Now, first of all, we will discuss memorandum of association. Can you tell me what do you mean by memorandum of association? That is MOA. It is memorandum of association. What do you mean by this?
Ma'am, it is a document which tells about the scope of the company.
Hmm. Speak up, speak up. Basically, it's a memorandum of association. It's an corporate document where it is simply means it refers to a means it is often simply referred to a memorandum. Take it. And this document it is issued by all the companies, either it is a private one or either it is a public companies, right? So memorandum of association basically it is known as the constitution of a company, which provides the foundation on which its structure is built. So we can say that this memorandum of association, according to the section 256 of the Companies Act 2013, memorandum of association of a company as originally framed or as altered from time to time in the pursuance of any previous company laws or office or of this act. ठीक? Now here we have that why we what's the purpose of making memorandum of association? Can you tell me what is the purpose of memorandum of association? Yes, bacha.
It is the document that regulates the company's external affairs
Hmm.
and complements the articles of association.
Hmm. Why it is prepared or why it is issued? As we know that this memorandum of association, it is the constitution of a company and it is the charter which defines the limitations of the power. Moreover, it contains the fundamental conditions under which company must be incorporated. And we have studied the incorporation procedure also. And this the purpose of this memorandum of association is to determine the powers, objects, and limits of the company. ठीक? Next, we have the clauses. What are the clauses of memorandum? What are the clauses of memorandum of association? Can you name out? Name out the clauses of memorandum of association.
Name clause,
Capital clause.
liability clause,
Yes,
association
girls.
clause,
Okay.
name clause, liability clause, capital clause,
Hmm.
association clause.
What comes under name clause? What comes under name? बोलो बच्चा.
This clause states the proposed name of the limited liability company.
Hmm. Basically, when we which company and the how it will be differentiated. है ना? With the name class, we can differentiate it, no? So how it gonna be differentiated? What what comes with the public and the private company? Can you tell me? Basically, with the public one, it was written limited word only. When with the name of the company, the word limited is written, that identifies that it is a public company. And when a word private EVT dot ltd dot private limited words is written with the name of the company, it denotes that it is the private company. And this name of a company, it it gives a separate legal identity for company. Means with this, it is an we know that this company it is treated as an artificial person. Where with its name, but company it is treated as an artificial person. So name clause here it identifies that there is a separate legal identity of a company and its name is determined when the word private is written, it means it is a public company, and a word when the word limited is written, then it is a public company, then it is written a private limited, that means it is a public company. Yes, Bacha, am I audible? Now we have next class, that is registered office clause. Now, what do you mean by registered registered office class? Yes, Bacha. It is a revision class. You have to take registered office class. What is it? Speak up, girls. No. Basically, under this registered office class, this class lists of a location that where the company operates and where it is located. means the physical location of a registered office that determines the jurisdiction. Thick. And also it states the full address of the registered office, which simplifies communications. Thick. Next we have the object clause or the objective clause, means in this clause the necessity for a memorandum of association is very important, and it limits and defines the scope of the company. Means it's about its operations, means the scope of company's operation, and it provides the detail on scope of activity which the company will taken. ठीक? Also, this object class it protects the funds of the stakeholders, and they make sure that they used for a specific business purposes. ठीक? Next you have the liability clause is there. Now what do you mean by liability clause? What do you mean by liability clause? Girls, this is really a discussion class, है ना? So I need your response. What do you mean by liability clause? Speak up. Yes, Sahiba, Vanchika, Mani, Prisha. What do you mean by liability clause? It means you have not cleared the topic. So under this liability clause, it explains the liability of every member of a company. Means for a limited by shares company, the liability of every member will not be more than its shares face value. And for a limited by guarantee company, the clause defines liability of every individual stakeholders. And for an unlimited company, the clause would not be included as stakeholders. So under this liability clause, it explains the liability of every member of the company. Next, we have the capital clause. Now, what is capital clause? This clause lists down the information regarding the total capital that is held by the proposed company. And this amount is called the authorized capital of a company. Whereas companies are not permitted in collecting more money than what's listed under the authorized. They cannot collect more money. They have to collect only under the authorized capital, which is listed. And the way capital is divided to preference share capital and the equity share capital. Take this clause is also included in the capital class. Next, we have the association class. Association class. Now, what is association class? Under this association clause, it provides confirmation that all individuals that have been signed at the bottom of the memorandum, means they have to, all the members they have to sign at the bottom of the memorandum of association, and this memorandum of association it requires at least 7 signatories. ठीक? For a private company minimum is 2, and for a public company minimum is 7. ठीक? Is it clear? Is it clear? Yes,
Yes,
girls, clear?
yes, ma'am.
ठीक है? Now next you have the AOA, that is Article of Association. Can you tell me what do you mean by Article of Association? What do you mean by Article of Association? Yes, Pacha.
All the rules and
Again, this document is a document with this. It is a document that contains specific regulations of a company's operations, and it defines the company's purpose. This article of association document, it lays out how tasks are to be accomplished within the organization, it including the process for appointing directors and handling the financial report. Again, this article of association, it is also very important documents of a company. ठीक? When we talk about its what are the contents, है ना? What are the contents of article of association? Can you tell me? बोलो बच्चा. Its contents means there are classes of shares, means their values is written, है ना? Their their rights is written. So classes of shares, their values, and the right attached to each of them, and calls on share transfer of shares and alteration of capital is another content of article of association. Next, we have the directors, their appointments, powers, and their duties. It is also the another content of the article of association. Next, we have the meetings and minutes, notices, etc. These are also the contents of the article of association. Next is the accounts and audit is another content of article of association. And there is last is the appointment of and remuneration to the auditor is another clause. There is a voting poll or proxy. It is another content. Dividends and reserves, another content of AOA. Procedures for winding up of a company, another content of article of association. Borrowing power of board of directors and managers, another content. Minimum subscription, rules regarding use and custody of common seal, rules regarding conversion of fully paid shares into stock. These all are the contents of the article of association. Take now there is a term comes alteration of a article of association. Take it alteration. Now what is this alteration of article of association? Basically, this alteration of article of association, it should not sanction anything illegal. Means they should be for the benefit of the company. They should not lead to breach of the contract with the third party. See, so under this we can say that a company may alter its articles with a special resolution. Due to importance and care should be given to ensure that alteration of article of association that does not raise any conflict. There should be alteration with the passing a special resolution, and a copy of every special resolution altering the articles that is to be filed with the registrar within 30 days of its passing. Take so the proposed alteration, it should not contravene the provision of Companies Act. This proposed alteration, it should not propose anything illegal, and it should be bona fide for the benefit of the company. So this alteration, it can be made by a special resolution, and it can be done with the retrospective effect. And the court does not have any power to order alteration of article of association. Take now the last documents which is required for which is issued by a company, that is prospectus. Can you tell me what do you mean by prospectus? Prospectus. Yes, bacha.
And for the advertisement of the company.
Again, you're right. Again, it is an company's important document and it is a legal document. Okay? That is designed to protect the company's interest in advertising its product that is offering for sale to public. Now, these companies are required to file the document with the Securities and Exchange Commission. And also, there is there is also different contents of these articles, this prospectus. Know what are the main contents of this article of association? Can you tell me what is written? As by the word prospectus in every institute, every company, everything, matlab everyone they issue the prospectus, है ना? So what its contents are? Yes, bacha. In this, a detail of the company, such as name is mentioned, registered office address is mentioned, and the objects are mentioned on this prospectus. Also, details of signatories to memorandum and their shareholding particulars are mentioned. Details of the directors, details of the shares offered, and the class of the issue as well as voting rights. Next, minimum subscription amount. It is another content in the amount payable on application, on allotment, and on the further calls of the share. That is also another content of the prospectus. Underwriters of issue, auditor of the company, and audited report regarding profit and loss of the company. It is all these are the contents of prospectus. Okay? And these three documents we have studied. So these prospectus, memorandum of association, and article of association, these are the three documents which are issued by the company. Okay? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So in the next we will start revising the next topic, bacha. Here we are discussing all those topics. It is not up to me that I will speak all the things. Here we are coming for discussion. So just raise your points also. Okay, discuss it. Okay, girls. And in the next class, we will study the next sources of concept of this business finance. So just be prepared and be ready for the discussion. Okay. Now, there are some yeah, you were asking about the syllabus. It is already uploaded in the Google Classroom. You got it? U3 syllabus. You got it? Yes, bacha. Everyone got the U3 syllabus.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. If you have some students have not checked down the Google Classroom, just check it. Okay. If you find any kind of difficulty by knowing, I've just mentioned the chapter name. It is coming the chapter 7 and 8. So just cover all the topics, and there are the important short means very short answers are also given in your book. So also be prepared for that. Okay. And in the next class, we will revise the next topic, and also I will raise the questions from the formation of a company. I'll also raise the questions and be ready for the answers. You have to give me answers. Okay? Okay, bacha? Anything else you want to ask, you can ask, bacha. Yes, bacha. If you want anything to ask me, you can ask.
No, ma'am.
All clear? So shall I close? Hey, close, bacha.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay then. Good day. Take care, bacha.